Hey, this is Carson on Become More Mills. You guys, I know it's been a tough garden year here in Oklahoma with all the rain, and just thought I'd give you guys a slight garden update, and we'll see what we can see because you guys are having the same issues we're having, and we have kind of rough looking tomatoes. Some of them look pretty good, some of them look pretty rough. Just overwatered and can't do much about it. We have a mint over there, and the mint all froze off this year, and they came back really nice. We're drying down a little mint right now. All our beans are starting to make. They're doing pretty well. Our melons, they're lagging behind. Our watermelons are lagging behind. YouTube kind of changed their algorithm about uploading videos and stuff, so it's a little tougher to do right now. Right in there, we got a bumblebee. He's pollinating squash this morning, so doing pretty well. Out in here we have our watermelons. They're blooming. We're waiting to see what makes. We have a Jubilee, we have a Black Diamond, and we have a Charleston Gray. Those will all grow in this area, do pretty well. We got peas growing along here, sweet peas. Got the bumblebees after it, and then back there we've got our corn. It's almost all tasseled out. We got silk on some of it. This is one variety over here that's a little bit ahead of the other. The difference is probably 5 to 7 days to maturity on those, and they're doing pretty well. Tracking right along. Still the same. We're probably delayed about 10 to 15 days because of the overcast and rainy weather. And your corn just doesn't like that. It likes the sun and the heat. So in general, our yard is pretty green. We've let some of our wildflowers go, the black-eyed Susans in particular. We had our figs that 2 of the 3 froze out last year, and everybody had stuff freeze out. They did come back from the root on that one. This one came back off the stem. That was our only one. It's a brown turkey fig. This is our mission fig. It came back from root. It's almost as big as it was the previous year. But what that caused was a delay in fig production. And we're hoping here in the next month that we'll have some figs set. We have all our fruit trees out here. We did not get any apples this year. We only had 1 apple bloom, and that didn't do so well. You got to have 2 different varieties to make anything. This is a purchase from Atwoods, a discounted pear tree. They were about dead. We're waiting to see if this one will make it, but These two were $5 pear trees. We're waiting to see what happens. Our other trees, our peach came back from root. Our little cherry did not bloom this year. It came back from root. This tree, our pear tree from last year, it broke off in the winter. It came back from the stem and from the root, trying to survive, and it's doing really well. We saved this apple tree last year, got it discounted. It's doing pretty well. Get some bagworms off of there. Our sand cherries made. They're doing really well. Our nectarine tree broke the main stem, but it's coming back. No fruit this year, no blooms. Our other apple trees, this is our Arkansas Black. It broke a stem off on it, but it's still growing very well. Our Liberty apple, that's our 10-year-old apple. It did bloom a couple of blooms. That's our Red Delicious. It has a rough go of it, but we're just fertilizing along every 2 or 3 months, prepping for next year for fruit. I know we posted a video of our grapes, so not gonna lie to you, our first grapes froze out back in February. These are new grapes we've found. We've been watching. There are no green grapes for sale. These are red grapes. They're coming on. They're doing pretty well. The hot time of year, they're growing. They're making it pretty good. We've been watching. You guys have to watch here and there. We were at Atwood's in Chickasha a while back, and we found they had discounted all their plants by 25% right after Memorial Day, and we bought 2 fig plants for just under $20 a piece. But the whole thing about it was they had figs on them already. And we have 2 brown turkey fig plants we bought with figs already on there, and that's pretty good. We have a ton of volunteer tomatoes also that we're trying to see if our others drown out or not. We do have some replacements. We have no currants on our bushes this year. We did get them planted. They did make it. Our gladiolas are in full bloom right now. What isn't getting eat up by the pressure from the grasshoppers. Everybody has that. Our daylilies are blooming. Even our little trumpet vine we transplanted is blooming this year. First year for it to bloom. It had a pretty rough winter. We have different stuff, different gladiolas and different other flowers. Just you guys, everything is late this year. We have some crepe myrtles that are working their way towards bloom. There's our first bloom on any crepe myrtle this year. They're lagging pretty severely because of the cold this last winter. We did thin out our mint. Believe it or not, we set some to dry for tea. There's our currant bushes. They're doing pretty well. We're letting them grow and grow this year. Just trying to get a good enough start so maybe next year we'll have some fruit. We have a couple more grapes over here. Again, red grapes. We're trying to get them. We haven't had much luck with grapes, but everybody has that sometimes. You just can't get discouraged. You gotta let them go, and you gotta try again. If they don't make it, have a little patience and try again. Besides all our garden stuff, we planted our Brussels sprouts this spring, and they're starting to make. It's getting a little hot for them. We're going to try some more Brussels sprouts in the fall. We have different color gladiolas, petunias, wildflowers, different stuff around. That's wildflowers right there, the blue. Different color gladiolas right there. You guys just gotta keep trying, be patient, plant those bulbs for flowers, keep after that garden stuff. It's the first part of July right now, actually July 4th. We just planted another round of corn to see how that goes. It's kind of chancy this time of year. The plants probably won't get very tall, and hopefully we'll get a couple of ears off of them. We are getting ready to plant some more stuff in September. Besides the corn, we have potatoes. We've got a little turmeric growing. We've got different flowers, a lot of gladiolas, more crepe myrtles. They all froze out and came back from root this year. We had none come out on the stem, but they were young. I'll get over here and show you guys. We've got some broccoli there growing, but our Brussels sprouts down in there. The risk you run on Brussels sprouts is the heat. Will it get done before it gets too hot? Hopefully we're gonna make this year. We'll try some more in the fall along with broccoli, cauliflower. We planted some more potatoes yesterday, or actually it was a couple days ago. We'll get everything going. Our melons are delayed. We have gotten a few beans. We've gotten a few squash and zucchini. We dug all our potatoes. We pulled all our onions. Reasonable year. It was still just a little wet, but we got them out before the last round of rain. So that's a good thing. We'll have another crop. Our fall crops will consist of cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, and kale, and Brussels sprouts. And we're gonna try to have a fall garden this year. and day length is what gets you, but the cooler weather benefits cabbage and cauliflower and broccoli, a few others. Your carrots will overwinter. Brussels sprouts will overwinter if it's not too severe. Onions will overwinter. We've got to plant our garlic this fall to get production next June, and we'll see what happens. We hadn't been having real good luck with our garlic, but we'll get our timing down eventually. But it's not the end of the year yet. You guys want to get out there and garden, then get out and garden. Get a bucket and plant some potato in a bucket and get 4 or 5 potatoes out of that bucket. You can plant a sweet potato that's sprouted in a bucket, and you can get half a dozen little sweet potatoes out of there. So there are things you can still do. Tomatoes, it's not too late. Lowe's still has tomatoes. If you don't want to sprout your own, go get one. Grow it on your patio. Do something and keep trying. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. But you gotta try. I'd appreciate you guys sharing this video out, like it, and subscribe. And that would be a good thing to help grow the channel. More on the chicken house one of these days. We've got a little bit done. I need to upload a video, but it's coming right along. And I will see you guys next time.